Scholarly articles are often collected in databases, and most databases require an expensive subscription. The BYU Idaho Online Library, which is the David O. McKay Library, subscribes to many databases. Because you are a BYUI student, you have access to these expensive resources. I'm going to demonstrate some of these resources. Nevertheless, you still need to study the instructions on the researching process and on how to evaluate sources. But this presentation can help you more easily find scholarly journal articles. First, here's a little background on what journal articles are and why you need them for your paper. In very general terms, source material can be divided into two types of sources: books and periodicals. Books generally come out once and give you an in-depth information. Periodicals come out more than once or periodically and give you more current information. You should understand the difference between at least two types of periodicals: journals and magazines. Magazines are written by reporters for a general audience. Journals are written by scholars in the field for others in that field. Journals are often peer-juried. In other words, two or more scholars must review and approve the article before publication in a journal. If you rely on a peer-reviewed journal, you will have more current and credible scholarly information to back up your claims and your analysis. To get started, go to the BYUI homepage. Scroll down to Popular Links, Library. The David O. McKay Library subscribes to databases that digitally catalog scholarly journals. The McKay Library recently purchased a robust new search engine. Type keywords in this bar. For example, I may want to write about the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I've decided that it fits the rhetorical requirements for the journal I've chosen. I'm familiar with the novel, and I believe a Marxist critique, especially looking at class systems, may be an interesting lens to analyze the literary elements in this novel. This page shows library materials with the words Jane and Eyre tied to their description. Now, before I show you how I narrowed my search, I want to draw your attention to a few links that I won't go to right now, but they're still useful links nonetheless. Note the tab in the upper right corner. If you're off campus and want to access articles from these databases, you must log in with the same information you used to open my.byui.edu. You can log in here with this link, or you can log in when you click on the specific database. Under this tab, there are listings for an alphabetized listing of journals or databases. These links can be used to find a specific article. Now back to my initial search. Notice that simply typing in Jane Eyre produces a list that is too long. In fact, in this list I saw one article that was written by two authors, one with the first name of Jane, and one of the authors had the last name of Eyre. It had nothing to do with the novel. There are several ways to limit my search. One is by restricting my search to peer-reviewed journals and articles available with full text online. I could even indicate that I only want articles that have been cited by authors of other journal articles. Another way I could limit this list is by adding words to my search. When I added the word Bronte, I cut out the authors named Jane or Eyre. I tried different combinations of keywords noted how many articles I had, and read the titles to see if I was on the right track. If I had too many articles, I added more words or used words that described the topic with more focus. If I didn't have any articles, I took out words or used words that covered the topic broadly. You've probably done the same thing in a search engine through Google. One of the differences between using Google's search engine and the McKay Library's search engine is that through the library, you can access for free these databases that would require an expensive subscription through Google. Another way I could limit my search would be to use the options on the left bar. Besides some of the limits I've already mentioned, I could limit by date or by author or by topic. For example, under topic, I could look only at criticism and interpretation. By clicking this drop-down arrow, I could also organize my lists of items by relevance, date, popularity, author, or title. After narrowing my search, I can skim the titles to help me decide which articles are really relevant or worth my time. When I find articles that I like, I can open one of the articles and choose which database I want to use. The database often gives an abstract to help me see if I was right about my guess based on the title. In this case, I was right, and this article really will help me with the information I want. I use a link to download the article and to save it. If the article covers my topic well, I may want to scroll to the bibliographic information at the end of that article and skim the sources that this author studied. I may find a good article to look up in the alphabetical listings of the journals or the databases, the one that I showed you earlier. Another way I can find articles like this one is to use this link on the left bar. It's a great tool to speed up your research. In it, you'll find articles that are similar to this one. You'll find similar results. These links on the right bar will take me to tools to organize my articles as I research. For example, on the right bar, I can find a link that says Cite. When I click this, I can find the formatting for citing this article in MLA documentation style. Also on the right bar is a link that says Export. I can export the citation and the article using a tool like RefWorks. So, don't complain to your teacher when you can't find a scholarly journal article without having to subscribe to an expensive database. Check out the BYU Idaho, the David O. McKay Library online resources.